Coming up on DC News Now, 10 people hurt in a crash, 3 of them children, hospitalized after a serious collision involving more than 7 vehicles. Now, police in Montgomery County say this all started.
And while the severe weather has toned down quite a bit, we still may see some showers and rumbles of thunder overnight. We'll show you the latest radar coming up.
More troops killed. Iranian strikes in the Middle East, ramping up the pressure on this months-long war. I'll tell you where service members were killed, even more hurt as we await America's response. And lightning sparks house fire. How a family was alerted to the active blaze this morning, just how much damage was left behind. Plus, back to school savings. It is never too early to stock up on classroom essentials to have a successful year. We found ways to stretch your dollar and avoid penny pinching.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Saturday evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 10 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. The storm certainly made their way through the DMV this afternoon. Check it out. Frederick County, Maryland. That tree came crashing down onto a house. That's on Mountain Church Road in Knoxville. Right there, the roof of a barn had been completely blown off. This time in Fauquier County, Virginia. Meteorologist Scott Sumner has been tracking the forecast all day long. Scott, a little quieter right now, no doubt. But let's just say Mother Nature packed a punch earlier for some of us.
Yeah, a lot quieter right now here, Ben. But this is what we see in the aftermath, if you will. As you showed, the roof blown off a barn in Virginia there, multiple trees down, quarter-size hail seen in the DMV, and we had winds gusting anywhere between 40 and 65 miles an hour. DCA had a wind gust around 4 o'clock or so, 4:30. I believe it was somewhere in the ballpark of 40 miles an hour. So, yeah, quite a bit of activity during the course of your Saturday. And today's high, look at this, no wonder. We were very hot, up to 95 degrees. The instability factor was through the roof. And so thereby we had those storms coming in and really putting a kibosh in some places here with regards to taking down that heat and humidity once the storms moved on through. There are still storms up in Pennsylvania, as noted. At least the severe thunderstorm watch up there has gone by the wayside, but you can see there is one cell here heading towards the Harrisburg area. That might bypass this completely or clip Carroll County in Maryland. So we'll be watching that, and Carroll County has power outages, by the way. You can see their future radar picking up on those storms. It may, like I said, if it deviates from its course, it may again clip parts of Carroll County just south of Hanover. But needless to say, as we go forward in time, things are certainly going to improve here hour by hour. There are no severe storms in effect for Sunday, a dry start to the work week, and there are no extreme temperatures over the next 7 days. But we are watching for storms again on Tuesday and possibly Wednesday as well. We'll talk about it and show it to you with the latest Futurecast in just a bit. Ben?
Scott, we'll see you in a few. You can stay on top of any storms that move through our region, and yes, far in advance. Go ahead and pull out the phone, open the camera app, scan that QR code right there on your screen. So we'll take you to our website and a very special forecast to look at the hour-by-hour latest. All right, we have learned that 10 people were hurt, including 3 children today in Montgomery County. Police say the driver of a moving truck reportedly lost control on Columbia Pike, and that truck reportedly hit 7 vehicles near Fairland Road, including a Cybertruck that was split in half. An SUV was also found on its side. All 10 people sent to the hospital are expected to be all right. Good news. 8 more people, we're told, were checked for injuries and declined to be sent to the hospital. Meantime, Montgomery County Police say somebody was critically hurt after a crash this morning near Ashton. Details limited, but police say around 6:15, first responders were on Ashton Road where someone had suffered those critical injuries. No word exactly how this crash unfolded. And a Maryland family of 5 is without a home tonight after intense flames ripped through their house just this morning. One firefighter was reportedly hurt. Now, Montgomery County officials say they had responded to the house right after 7 o'clock along Warfield Road. This is between Montgomery Village and Laytonsville. Investigators say they think lightning had sparked this fire. Those living there reportedly heard a loud bang around 4:30, looked around, found nothing, but later smelling smoke just before 7 o'clock and seeing a haze in the second-floor bedroom. The injured firefighter is expected to be all right. In the district, federal officials continue with plans to move forward with a brand new ICE headquarters. The project was first announced during the Biden administration at the old St. Elizabeth's campus in Southeast. And our Dave Laval reports why people are opposing this project.
No ICE HQ!
Demonstrators turned up the heat Saturday afternoon. Nearly 4 dozen people gathered for the protest at Malcolm X MLK Unity Park, sponsored by the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Cam White is one of its members.
ICE is a destructive and destabilizing force on all of our communities.
The protest happened not far from the St. Elizabeth's campus, where ICE is building a new headquarters. Work has been underway since the project's approval in 2023. Ralph Nix is among those who don't want it.
I'm sick of ICE operating in the streets illegally and killing people.
ICE has been under fire following several deaths of people around the country during encounters with ICE agents, including 2 this week, one in Maine, the other in Florida.
The district is not the only place where protesters are taking to the streets to oppose ICE. This is one of about 70 demonstrations being held around the country.
The protests lasted about half an hour. Organizers said more demonstrations are planned. In Congress Heights in Southeast, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Our thanks to Dave. Turning our focus to a controversial plan in Maryland, Montgomery County is considering a measure to prevent former immigration or border patrol agents from working for the county. This would apply to ICE or border agents hired after last October and worked for the agency at least 6 months. Opponents argue it unfairly targets people based on their past jobs instead of being measured by their qualifications. Supporters say it'll help restore trust within the community.
Fears of interacting with even the county government, what's happening to their information, how are they going to be treated, and we need to be taking every action that we possibly can to maintain the trust that we do have and build back any trust that we have lost.
Troops were killed, 4 more sent to the hospital. All this after an Iranian attack on an American base in Jordan. We're told 1 more service member is reportedly missing. The U.S. and Iran have increasingly exchanged fire lately. The U.S. military says Iran's strike last night came in a drone and a missile attack. It has marked the 16th death of an American service member since this war started. More than 430 have reportedly been hurt. The names of those killed overnight have not yet been shared. In Virginia, Governor Abigail Spanberger is looking back, reflecting on her first 6 months in office. She talked with reporters this week, and she says she's excited about what her administration has done. Now, those reporters were not allowed to record video or audio of that conversation, but Spanberger highlighted new laws to cap out-of-pocket insulin costs for some Virginians and laws giving tenants more time to pay what they owe in rent and before someone can evict them. But the Republican Senate Minority Leader says some bills that the governor signed make life more expensive.
One of the first pieces of legislation the governor signed was one rejoining RGGI, which is a tax on everybody's power bill.
Over the course of 6 months, as Governor Spanberger added that she has learned about the need to over-communicate. She looks back. And we look back on 250 years, America's big birthday celebrations, they're ongoing, including in Arlington today. The Arlington Library Fest was held. It was a celebration featuring historic and cultural demonstrations, plus spoken word performances, and based on what you see here, you guessed it, arts and crafts. It also included a large-scale Lego sculpture of the U.S. Constitution. Organizers said this festival is a special way to not only honor and reflect on 250 years since this country was founded, but to highlight how local libraries can be used in the community today.
Libraries are open for all, and today we are open for the entire community to celebrate the nation's 250th anniversary in a way that's special for libraries. We have this great passport where people can learn about all that's going on and kind of run through the day and make a fun activity of it all.
Throughout the rest of the year, Arlington Public Library will have programs to celebrate the 250th, including local history projects. Pretty cool. Coming up, follow the money, helping you stretch your dollar to better understand all those insurance policies you're dealing with, get the right amount of coverage, and ways to save. Taking a live look outside of the Kennedy Center, looking pretty good along with the Lincoln Memorial. Scott Sumner has an answer of it. That Canadian wildfire smoke is finally going to be gone for good. Plus, when those temperatures won't be anywhere near what we've been dealing with lately. Coming up.